Hi guys, Arindam here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a comprehensive guide on how to do yellow orbital supply drops or medium OSDs, one of which is just going to land here. And this is something that we are going to be doing on official PvP difficulty, which means your dinos will actually be able to damage the OSD, so you have to be very careful about it. Now, the Enforcer and the Villainosaur are not the right suited for this fight because they are too squishy and they just do not have enough damage to actually combat it, including this. So, we are going to be taking my brand new shiny personal TEK Rex. So let me cryo these guys up, and this guy up. Let me do something. Let me take this. Let me take the leggings and the boots and the chest piece if I have it, and I'm going to park this guy up somewhere safe, somewhere where this guy is not going to get damaged. Okay, now these are the stats of my Rex. It has an Ascendant saddle, 22k health and 705% melee, and it has some pretty good traits. I'm going to use these for this. Now let me also show you that I am actually playing on PvP. So see, I can actually damage the OSD. This actually means that you are playing on PvP and not PvE. PvE is actually very easy. In PvE, you can just use a Giga to clear out any OSD or element venue without having to worry about it. Now, why did I specifically choose a Rex? Because the Rex has sufficient HP, and even if you were to dismount yourself, you will still be above the Rex's shoulder and pretty safe up. So disable harvesting for it. Of course, it has the disadvantage of being kind of slow. We are going to solve that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do slow-mo 3. I wanted to do this fight with the Enforcer or the Villainosaur, but I actually found out they are just too squishy for this. So even though the Enforcer can do 4x the damage to corrupted dinos, which actually makes it more powerful than my Rex, but it doesn't have the HP for it. Now let me do something. I have showed you what happens when the shield goes down, right? Now what if I were to place these things chances are these guys, yeah, I know it's going to take damage from this, but now they are all going to try to come in from this entrance. Well, I think I really need to I think I need to think my strategy over a bit, because apparently these guys are having a pretty easy time going through these gaps. This seems to be a good position. Or not. Okay, this should be the last wave. Just need to ensure that our well, this is actually the last enemy. We actually pause it because we are nearly done. Alright, so now that we are done, all I'm going to do is why? Because there is a good chance that I'm going to be encumbered, and for the same reason I am also using a tech suit. The moment you eject all the items, everything gets destroyed, which is fine. Fine, because in any case you're going to get all of these things dozens of times from doing the OSDs again. So let me show you what is the state of my Rex. So just lost around 15k health. We go above. Let's just wait and see whether we have taken everything. Yes, we have taken everything, and now can hop onto the Rex and check whatever gear we have gotten. So blueprints, cryopod. So you can use a blue OSD to get your first cryopod, and then you can use the yellow OSDs to get better gear, especially polymer, lots of proper polymer. So yeah, that is it for this video. I know it wasn't the perfect video that I generally prefer doing it, but it was still a video in which you could understand how difficult yellow OSDs are and how much of a jump the difficulty is between blue to yellow. Of course, the alpha will be a lot higher with Rexes and even enraged strikes and enraged Rexes. So I'm going to be unveiling my Karcha or Tech Giga on that video. So which by the way will be the next video. So yeah, stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching.